this will break your heart. I'm never gonna hold you back. I'm always gonna have your back. So try to remember that. I hope you're happy. I hope you're good. I hope you get what you wish for.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Monday night. Guess what? I don't have homework for anybody tonight. I am actually going to take the night off of everything. I'm not going to go to group. I tried to go to Zumba already, and I've just decided that I'm a crab ass today. And after many attempts, I can't snap out of it. So I'm going to go to sleep and try again tomorrow. And I think that's going to be my topic for the night, because I want to practice what I preach, and maybe as I talk to you, I'll figure out how I could do a better job than I did today. I started the day off right. I went to bed relatively early last night. I went on the bike ride, and what I did mess up was I didn't account for getting back and it being a little hectic at work. So I had to jump right into work, and I didn't get to meditate, and I had to scurry to talk to you guys this morning. So I didn't like that feeling. And then there's stuff at work that, again, there's the practice what I preach, which would be the serenity prayer. If anybody said, if anybody relayed the kinds of things that were upsetting me today, I would have an answer for them. And I had an answer in my head for all of my issues that were really so minor. Like I could even laugh at myself in the process and be like, Bobbie, that's really not important enough to get upset about. Or, why aren't you shaking this mood? And I was even talking about it this morning with my bike riding buddy. I was like, well, we're supposed to feel good. And I'm listening to these tapes that say so. And I'm only halfway through, so I'll let you know what I find out. But essentially, if you outweigh the positive with the negative, then the universe can be better to you because you're putting out more positive vibrations. And again, I can't explain all that stuff. And someday, hopefully, I'll have a good meditation person or a universe person on to enlighten us all a little better. I know what I believe in, but I don't know that I could teach it per se. But I do believe, if you put out good comes. And I think I've talked about, we experimented with it last summer on vacation, doing our little love and kindness exercise and making sure that we did eye contact and smile with everyone deliberately, just to kind of see what it was like. And sure enough, we had a good experience with it. So I knew kicking off the day with the bike ride was the right tone to set. We had some good conversation, and I came back, like I said, in a little bit of a frazzle. And the work stuff, I'm trying so hard to, I don't even want to take my day job personally anymore, because I feel like I'm the only one who does. So what's the point? I mean, not the store teams, but I don't know. I just feel like a fish out of water, that my values don't align some days. I don't know how to explain it. Not that they're wrong or I'm wrong or whatever. It's just not in alignment. And I'm stressed by one person who makes my job hard. Well, two people make my job harder, in my opinion. But anyway, so I wasn't handling that well today either. It was just like, why didn't I just do all this myself when I was working on it 3 months ago? I did my piece, and I'm supposed to hand off a piece, and I'm still ending up picking up the pieces and handling it anyway, where if I just did it myself, it would have been easier. But I don't believe in that either. I believe that, if someone's supposed to do a job, you train them and help them and educate them and whatever. And I can't embrace this anymore. I've done everything within my power because there's not a reporting structure. So I decided yesterday with both the people that I feel challenged with, I'm just going to do love and kindness. That was kind of what I decided. And I did a horrible job executing it today. Or feeling it, which was really bad. So that's the part I'm trying to talk myself into figuring out right now. Because I really advocate for this good and this positive thinking and this positive energy. And like I said, if you were my friend standing next to me and you said that your coworkers, and I won't even say made you grumpy because they can't make you grumpy. So that would be the first thing I'd say is, well, they can't control your feelings. And the second would be like, how important is it? Is it going to matter in a week? Is it going to matter in 30 days? Is it going to matter in 3 years? That was something in treatment. I remember the counselor telling me, like, you can only be mad for 30 seconds, Bobbie, and then you got to let it go. And even when I first got out of treatment, I would practice it in traffic. Like, okay, traffic sucks, but I can only be mad about it for 30 seconds. And it's a good little way to just get over things. And as I say it, I'm kind of chuckling and finally starting to feel a little better on the inside. But I didn't have one specific thing that upset me per se. And I can't even identify one big thing or any substantial or qualifying reason to feel the feelings that I'm feeling today, which is why I wanted to talk through my feelings. Tomorrow will be a month without a cigarette. Maybe that has something to do with it. I will admit that I've been vaping, but like I looked at my juice, I'm barely vaping and I have my patch on and I did have some cigars throughout the month, but still no cigarettes since March 21st. So I can say that I quit cigarettes on March 21st. It's not a lie by admission because I'm telling you about the little cigars. But even that, I went like 5 days, bought some, went, 3 days, bought some. And then now I don't even know. It's been since last week or the week. But I don't know. It's been a while. So that might be catching up with me, knowing that I'm going to have to lower my dose of my patches soon. So I've been eating the right way. The scale's not moving. So maybe that's what's kind of aggravated me. I've been working out. Not that I expect immediate satisfaction, but maybe I do on some level. Maybe that's what's frustrating me. Then there's always just stuff going on with people that you love and you don't want them to be hurting or sad either. So maybe that's some of it too. It's things that are out of my control are making me sad. But no legitimate stuff. And like I said, using the coping mechanisms. So we went on our walk. Like I said, I tried to do Zumba tonight, but I was even too grouchy for that. And that was another thing. So with the virus, so we have a little, we'll call it a gym because that's what the building calls it, but it's a room and it has 4 pieces of equipment, maybe 5, and some free weights. And I've been going in there and there's a table. And it works out good because underneath is on the floor below is a storage room. So it's not a person living. So when I do the Zumba, I go in and I put my laptop on this table and I have the room to myself because it's, closed. Not that they locked it. Not that there's a sign. And I'm not bothering anybody. And the property manager comes up. And I don't know if it was her approach. Like normally her and I are really cool. But she almost barked at me or yelled at me. I don't even know the right word. But man, it just pissed me off like in a whole new level. And again, I understood that the gym was closed. I didn't think I was doing any harm because I wasn't touching the equipment. And I got the same speech that you'd hear at work or with siblings. Well, if we let you in here, then everybody will want to be in here and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, fuck everybody. Like, I don't really care about everybody. I couldn't go to sleep in my room last night because of the noise of everybody else. I've changed around my bedroom to accommodate everybody else. Like, instead of being that chronic complainer, I'm doing the things that are in my control. And I don't know if it's just I'm doing my day job. And then at night, I'm doing things like working on the web or I feel like I'm giving myself my self-care time. that's why I purposely, go golf or have been doing the exercise. I have been forgetting to meditate. So that might be an opportunity too, if I haven't been doing as good of a job at that. Anyway, I'm in a little bit of a funk and I'm going to go to bed real soon. And I just kind of wanted to talk through it. And I also been feeling some kind of way, like when I talk to you guys, I talk from my experience because I don't want to preach. So I don't want to be like, you should blah, blah, blah. And if I'm in a good place, which I normally can talk myself into, it sounds almost like I'm living in make-believe land. And I'm not trying to live in make-believe land or put on a show per se. I'm trying to be as honest as I can with you guys without being preachy or dictator, because there's enough of that in the programs and in the Facebook, in the rooms, and anywhere you come in contact with people, there's people wanting to be bossy, and I'm bossy by nature. So this is another thing. Like, it doesn't have to be Bobbie's way, but I can share information. So that's something I'm working on in my personal development, and I'm trying to do that with you guys. Like, I want to learn alongside of you, and I want to share what I've learned with you. That's kind of the deal. So I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting as much done as I would like, but then I feel overwhelmed because I am putting the effort in. And the really funny thing is, I'm a believer that everything happens the way it's supposed to in the time it's supposed to. Like the speaking competition, I'm going to do it because the real live conference got canceled this year. I'm going to actually do the speaking competition again next year. And maybe this year I do good. Maybe this year I flop. Maybe next year I do good. Maybe next year I flop. My belief system that I currently have tells me that it'll happen the way it's supposed to happen, and I know that. So there's not really, once I really digest that, there's not anything to stress about at that point. I could just do the best I can. It's not that I could just throw my hands up in the air and go, okay, this will work out great, and I don't have to write my speech or practice it. I still have to practice it. And God, I still need practice. I should probably read it out loud from the writing instead of trying to pretend like I remember it all already. So, and that was another thing. So I went to there's a class we check in once a week on Mondays. And when I went to that, they started talking about, part of it is teaching us how to speak. And he starts telling us ways to change. And I'm like, oh no, are we supposed to change for the competition? But we weren't supposed to, thank God. But that sent me on a little bit of a panic attack, and just trying to make that meeting was tough today with the way work went. So I think it's because my job gets in my way of my fun life, and I can't play the lottery to make up for that. That's a little bit sarcastic. Lottery isn't going to cure my problems or anybody else's. Actually, I probably should do that someday to investigate how lives of lottery winners turn out, because pretty sure they're not all happy endings. All right, I rambled for even more than 10 minutes without a hot topic other than I'm just in a moody Monday. Moody Monday. Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it, right? I want to be in a good moody Monday the rest of the days of the week. So we're going to try again tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be nicer in the morning. How's that? So thank you for listening to me, beautiful people. I do appreciate it. It's good to download. You're my friends, right? So if you were having a day like today, I might tell you to go download with your friends. So I am downloading to you. So it goes back to practicing what I preach. I really do want to be good at that. I will tell you, full disclosure, one of the things that I'm imagining would make tonight better, which it won't, and I can't do it anyway, would be going out and having fried ice cream and crazy mojitos with Tara. That is exactly what I'm thinking about, but can't do that. Anyway, I will talk to you guys in the morning. Have a good night, and thanks for listening.